What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk about Lucid, ticker's LCID. I'm going to give you a good breakdown of the data points, why it is down almost about 6 or 7% give or take, and if this is justifiable or not. So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. Without further ado, let's get right to it. So like I said, a little bit more of a tentative sell-off, largely because of this news that did come out yesterday after hours, and it was their Q1 numbers. So they did deliver 1,406 vehicles, but yet they produced 2,314 vehicles. So there is that little bit more of a tentative lag once again of around 900 vehicles. And of course, when it comes down to Lucid, I think a lot of people just do not trust their management. So of course, I think the numbers itself, the 2,300 is fairly positive and on track for their overall target for 2023. But it's just that lag. That is what is causing it to go down today. People believe that there is a lack of demand. And it doesn't help necessarily based on this, as you can see, came out on April the 4th. Mike Cruz, which I've already done a video on, saying that I tentatively like his, demeanor and so forth. But he does say right here, interest rates are high, the workforce is a hit and miss, demand has gone down. So the fact that he says demand has gone down is never a good sign, because unfortunately Lucid is not really that transparent. So it took them almost about 2 quarters to even admit that there was a initial demand problem with the Air Grand Touring. And even among itself, it was kind of hard to tell between Peter's talking on technology and so forth. He doesn't really answer the question per se. So of course, I think this is what is spooking the broader market, but it did hit a low of $7.45. So pretty good opportunity for individuals to average down at that stage. And around here is that pivot point right here that I've touched on in the past, and that right here is currently $7.36, so that S1. So it bounced off of that, is trending higher, because in my opinion, I think a lot of people do believe exactly the same kind of mentality that I have, that the 2300 isn't that bad, and to already assume that that 900 is due to demand problems is a little bit more premature, especially in here as well. They do announce their actual earnings, so on May the 8th. So we'll find out a little bit more context and details on May the 8th, whether this is in fact a demand problem or just maybe waiting for deliveries on an international scale, because they did say in Q2 they're going to be starting international deliveries to Saudi Arabia, Europe, and everywhere else. So of course it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Give you guys a quick overview of shorts and what they are doing. Short score is currently 86. Utilization is at 100%. As far as what shorts are doing, they are returning 113,000 shares. And the way I see that, the fact that it is a very much red day, and shorts have a very good opportunity right now to really take advantage of this red day and just hammer it even harder, but they're not. They're only increasing 113,000 shares. So of course I see that as a pretty positive sign. Options activity, this is where it gets bearish. So $3.5 million worth of puts being purchased versus $968,000 worth of calls. So people are assuming it is going to continue to trend down. So of course, options don't necessarily move the stock price. It's just a little bit more of a sentiment. So just be aware of that. And as far as this, it shows that big money isn't necessarily getting into Lucid as much as they once were. And keep in mind, today's Friday, so it might have something to do with that potentially, but retail sales came out a little bit more of a tentative crack. So the data wasn't as good as it was expected to come out as. So clearly I think people are also additionally fearful about that. Looking here, number of retail investors are getting out today. Stochastic, there is a big deviation, so a little bit more of a bearish mentality behind the scenes, and it is currently at 50. So like I said, based on the technicals, a little bit more of an additional breakdown today. So potentially going into next week, there might be a little bit more of a retest of this $7.36 range. But of course, I think there's a lot of different moving parts. On the 24th, they do have their upcoming shareholder meeting, and I don't anticipate too much volatility or too much positive things as a result of that. But outside of that though, that's basically what is encumbering people's minds right now. So based on this, there is no new SEC filings other than what I just explained to you and broke down for you. So if you are looking for a lot of good compiled information such as this, take a look at Seeking Alpha Premium. I do have a 7-day free trial, link in the description below. So it has all the transcripts. So if you are one of those individuals like myself that likes to look at, for instance, a Q4 earnings to see exactly in here where Peter does say that in Q1, or I believe it was actually Sherry who does say in Q1, they don't really have that high of expectation for the overall production numbers. So of course, I think, like I said, this is very much expected, and for them to have done that 2,300, I kind of think that's a little more optimistic. So I think a lot of people are starting to catch on to that. Like I said, this is why it's bouncing up a little bit higher. So once again, let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, there is a very good promo with Moomoo, link in the description below and also the comments. Just sign up for a free account, you get one free stock. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So just sign up for an account, get that one free stock, no brainer in my opinion. And plus Moomoo does also have $0 commission, free level 2 trading. And as you can see, based on the deposit, if you throw $100 at the account, you do get additionally 4 free stocks. So complete no brainer. Let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below. And without further ado, I appreciate you guys watching.